Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Smashing English. Before we start this video, be sure to subscribe because we make new videos all the time and I don't want you to miss any. No. So with that said, let's get on with the video. Today we are talking about my favourite topic in the entire world, food. I'm a foodie. I love food. It's all I think about. It's what I plan my days around. If you ever see me not talking, I'm probably thinking about food. And when I asked you on my Instagram what kind of videos you would like to see, most of you voted for British culture, British phrases, British slang, so I'm giving you some more British culture today. Today I am going to be talking you through some classic British foods. Britain isn't exactly known for its rich cuisine, you know, it's not like Italy or India. We don't have this distinct cuisine that is loved all around the world, but we do have a few solid meals and foods that I'm very proud of. So let's start with a full English. Oh my goodness, a full English is a big breakfast. Most people have this around brunch time, which is breakfast and lunch smushed together. So normally that's kind of 10, 11 a.m. brunch, and it's everything: sausages, baked beans, black pudding, toast, bacon, eggs, tomatoes, mushrooms. Oh my goodness, so many things. It is greasy, it's fatty, but it's amazing. People don't eat this every day, obviously, otherwise their cholesterol will be high as a kite. But maybe on a Saturday, or maybe when you're a bit hungover, full English, beautiful. Next up, I want to tell you about the Yorkshire pudding. Oh my goodness. Yorkshire is a county in the UK up north, and the Yorkshire pudding is eggs, milk, flour. That's it. Eggs, milk, flour, whip it all up, put it in the oven for about 15 minutes and you get these beautiful, big, puffy, juicy, oily bundles of joy. You will most commonly find these on a roast dinner, and I will tell you about a roast dinner in just a second. Or you might see a Yorkshire pudding featured in Toad in the Hole. Toad in the Hole is basically a Yorkshire pudding with sausages inside. Oh my goodness. I'm so hungry right now. Okay, next up, let's talk about a Sunday roast. Sometimes called a Sunday roast, sometimes a roast dinner, or sometimes just a roast. I can't tell you how much I love roast dinners. Oh my goodness. So you've got some kind of roast meat. It's usually either chicken, lamb, or beef. Sometimes pork, sometimes turkey. At Christmas we have turkey. So you have a roast joint of meat, you carve it into thin slices and you serve it with roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, vegetables, stuffing, and so much gravy. You want to just drown the food in gravy, just drown it. Roast dinners are super common in the UK. A lot of households have one every single week. I definitely have one every single week. And when I was growing up, we had one every single week. But yeah, super common. If you ever come to Britain, you will see restaurants called carveries. And these are places where you can go to get your roast dinner. They will have a joint of meat under a hot lamp and they cut it and you can help yourself to all the other bits of a roast dinner that you would want, and it's just, oh, phenomenal. Okay, moving on to shepherd's pie and cottage pie. A shepherd's pie and a cottage pie are similar. One uses lamb, shepherd's pie uses lamb, and cottage pie uses beef. And all it is minced beef or lamb in a gravy, in some tomatoey gravy sauce, with mashed potatoes layered over the top. Bit of cheese on the top, put in the grill, let the cheese go all crispy on the top. Lovely, lovely. You will find this meal all over the country for dinner time. If you go to anyone's house in the UK at about 6 p.m, 40% chance they'll be eating a shepherd's pie or a cottage pie. It's very, very common over here. Moving on to another pie. In Britain, we love our pies. We eat a lot of pies, whether that's a chicken pie, whether it's a steak and ale pie, whether it's some kind of veggie pie. We love pies. If you go to a British pub, there will definitely be some kind of pie on the menu. And something that's similar to a pie is a pasty. Now, the most famous kind of pasty in the UK is a Cornish pasty because they originated from Cornwall, which is a place right down the bottom of the UK. It's that little thing that looks like a claw. That's Cornwall. And very interestingly, the miners in Cornwall in the olden days, in the past, their wives used to send them down the mines with a pasty because what it is it's thick pastry with a big thick pastry ridge, like a handle to hold on to, and inside you traditionally have beef, potato and peas. So in this lovely little parcel of pastry you get your meat, your potatoes and your vegetables. Fabulous. And because it's in like a casing, it kept warm throughout their mining day. So they would take it down with them in the morning and then by lunchtime it was still kind of warm. Okay, moving on to our next meal. When you clicked on this video, I know what you were expecting me to talk about. I know. When you saw British foods, I know exactly what you were thinking about. Fish and chips. Fish and chips. And it's not a stereotype, we do really love fish and chips. Every town in the UK will have some kind of chippy, as we call it. The chippy is the place where you go to get your fish and chips. And when you eat fish and chips in the evening, some people will call it a fish supper, or some people will call it a chippy tea. I love that, a chippy tea, I think it's brilliant. So yeah, we do like fish and chips. Okay, moving on, we have a Scotch egg. Oh, love Scotch eggs. I love all of these things. So, a Scotch egg is a boiled egg coated in sausage meat and then coated again in breadcrumbs, and you get this lovely little ball of meaty, eggy goodness. Super common in Britain. You will see this at any picnic or most table spreads. If you go to someone's house and they've put lots of food on the table, there'll be some Scotch eggs there. You can get them in any supermarket, super common. Much like sausage rolls. Sausage wrapped in a bit of pastry. We love sausage rolls. If you ever come to the UK and you want an amazing cheap sausage roll, go here. You will find a Greggs in any town in the UK, anywhere. Go to Greggs. They do the most amazing sausage rolls. Ugh. Okay, now this next one, when I say it, it doesn't sound like a British food. It doesn't sound like something that originates from Britain, but many believe that it does. So the next very, very common British food is chicken tikka masala. So I grew up in Birmingham and I grew up believing that chicken tikka masala is from Birmingham. It's an Indian dish, but it was created by the Asian community living in Birmingham. I mean, obviously it's Indian food, obviously, but it became very popular in Birmingham. Birmingham is a huge curry hotspot. Like, there are so many amazing curry restaurants in Birmingham. Most recently, Tom Cruise came to visit an Indian restaurant in Birmingham because they're that good. Okay, let's talk about some desserts. So, we've got Eton mess. This is possibly the easiest dessert to make. All you need is meringue, cream, strawberries, and then you just mush it all together until you get this mess. And the reason it's called Eton mess is because it's widely believed to have originated from Eton College. Next up, of course, I had to talk about scones. Now, the name is a bit of a debate in Britain. Some people say scones, some people say scones. I say scones, and I'm always right. Again, it's very stereotypical, but we love a scone. We love scones. Afternoon tea is one of my favourite things in the entire world. You go to a restaurant, you have these tiny little sandwiches, and you can eat these lovely sandwiches, and then you have these wonderful scones, these buttery, cakey, biscuity, with cream on the top and jam, and then you can have some cakes to finish off with. I mean, that's delightful. Another debate we have in Britain about scones is, do you put the jam first or do you put the cream first? Oh my goodness. Personally, I am a jam first, then cream, and that is how they do it in Cornwall. That's the Cornish method. But the Devon way is to do cream first and then jam. And finally, we have trifle. If you have seen Friends, you will know that Rachel has a very unfortunate incident with the trifle.
I wasn't supposed to put beef in the trifle.
We love this in Britain, again, because it's quite easy to make. Mums love to make a trifle. They can put it in this big bowl, everyone just takes a piece of trifle, it's great. So in a trifle, you've got like a layer of sponge fingers, normally soaked in some kind of sherry. You'll have custard in there, some fruit, and usually some jelly. But trifles can vary from chef to chef, but those are the basic ingredients of a trifle, but you know, you can put whatever you want in there. And there you go, there is just a little taste. See what I did there? A little taste of some of the foods you will find in Britain. Obviously, there's a lot more, and actually in Britain, we just love foods from all over the world. We eat a lot of Italian food, obviously, a lot of Indian food, like I said, Chinese food. We take things from everywhere. We have some of our own cuisine, obviously, but we're not a country that has a very strong, identifiable cuisine. We have a bit of a mix, but those are some that I would say are typically British. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, and if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can do so there. And if you want to book an online one-to-one English lesson with me or my partner, the link for that is down below. Huge thank you to our patrons who are receiving extra content every single time I post a video, and they're also on my close friend story on Instagram. If you want to be a patron too, then the link for that is down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.